I've experienced a pretty big boost in added confidence lately, just in terms of my ability to feel like I can handle anything. Mainly my willingness to take a risk, my willingness to sort of speak up and try something that's never been tried before, just because I feel like I want to, and I feel like it's needed, and I feel like I don't want to hold myself back anymore. Today was I had a law of attraction meetup, and I've been leading this group for several months now, since the end of last year, and it's always been something where I just kind of held back and allowed people to do what they want to do, and I sort of let the group determine where things went. And this time I decided there were some things I wanted to do, and so I got up there and I said, this is how we're going to do things today. And it wasn't like this demanding superstructure thing. I just said, I've been thinking of some ways to increase the value that we get out of our meeting together, and so I wanted to try something a little differently. And so I just jumped right in and said, here's the little mini agenda, and then I got up an I did an improvisational. No, it was an impromptu guided meditation where I just got up, didn't know what I was going to say, and let the words come to me, and guide everyone through it. And from my perspective, it looked like it wasn't anything profound in terms of a meditation, but people seemed to get a lot from it, and there was a lot of positive feedback on what happened in the meeting, and the way that I was able to assert myself with greater confidence, as opposed to past meetings, was just highly evident to me, and a few other people also commented on it, that you can just tell I'm really much more comfortable in everything that I'm doing, and I think with like my first scary thought was on having a shy bladder, and I haven't been in a public place that was like challenging to pee in at all, but I did. I was over at my friend's house peeing the same place I was, in the same environment I was when I recognized that when I peed and was like, oh yeah, I have a shy bladder. Oh, that's a scary thought to share with someone. So I was in that exact same environment, and it was much easier. And I think part of peeing my pants twice is what made that a lot easier, because it's just whatever it was I was afraid of, and maybe it was because I think I used to wet the bed, and so maybe that was part of it, that made it hard to, getting kind of yelled at for peeing is what kind of made that come about. But it was a lot easier that time around, and there's just some huge boosts. And in the Law of Attraction meetup, I told someone straight up that there was a moment where they were telling a story, and I judged the story as boring. She started talking about rocks, and rocks aren't inherently fun to me. But I recognized that in me, and then I released the judgment like I always do. But this time, when she finished telling her story, I shared that, and I just said, and because I used to do it before too. I used to judge things for a moment and then let it go. But this time I shared even that brief moment of judgment and that brief acknowledgement that I'm not some perfect non-judging being. And in doing so, it was very freeing. And I talked about how freeing it is to release those little things when you can. It's those little things that nag at us and keep us down. And when you can just acknowledge those little things and let go of them, it's so much more freeing than you ever would have thought. Once you can take those little thoughts and just put them out there and allow yourself to either be judged or accepted, or however people want to take it. It saves you from either having to judge or accept yourself, because once you put it out there, you're no longer, at least from where I am, once I put it out there, I'm no longer judging myself, because it's out there, and my only option now is to accept myself, because that's all, because I put it out there, I've released it, and now it's clear to me, other people are going to judge me, so I have to be the one accepting me, and it's tremendously free.